Before we get started, let me introduce you to my cool, outrageous man about town co-star, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hey, how are you?
It's so nice to meet you. I'm wonderful.
Nice
How are you?
meeting you. And you know what's going on with Glee?
No, Glee's over. See, he doesn't watch it, so he doesn't know anything.
No, it was great.
I did watch it. I didn't know it ended.
It's over. It's done.
I watched it like 2 years ago with Perry.
Okay, well, anyway, because we're going to bring him. Let's introduce him to everybody like I like to do, that you hate me that I do.
They're not bringing it back?
No, Glee, he was on the final season. They might bring it back one day. You never know.
I think they should bring Glee back.
Okay, anyway.
Bring it back, you stupid fools. Look at the garbage you've got on television. I liked Glee. I was at Perry's house in Boca, and Perry said, "Darling, have you ever seen this show?" I said, "No." She said, "Ronald, you'll love it. It's all about us." I said, "About us?" Because we're show people. And I watched it, and I truly enjoyed it.
That's my favorite show. So hold on. We're going to finish
so
introducing him. Wait.
No, wait a minute. Why is it not on the air?
Because Fox said 6 seasons is enough.
Oh, but they'll put some crap on like those 5 phony guys with beards that want to kill gay people. That
the
show,
Duck Dynasty.
The Duck Dynasty. They'll put shit like that
Different
on.
channel.
Yeah, crap like that they'll put on, but they won't put on Glee, which was a happy, lovely, upbeat.
Okay, hold on. We have
show.
to finish introducing him to everybody. So hang on. So Noah, next up we've got the man behind the boards, Mr. Chad Murphy.
Hey, Noah, you're a great talent. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
I'm pissed.
And we have a chat room full of people, so say hello to everybody in the chat room.
Hello, hello. How's everybody doing?
There you go. So everybody, in case you don't know who Noah Guthrie is, yes, he was on the final season of Glee, but actually, before he was on the final season of Glee, and I want to talk about this a little bit, you're like a YouTube sensation, which I have to say, we've had several people on the show who might have 10 or 20 million views on a video on YouTube, but we haven't really had a YouTube sensation in our 5 years who like puts up a video and like 2 weeks later he's got 300,000 or 400,000 views. We haven't had that. And so it's kind of like exciting because it's something new for us. And so tell us a little bit about like how you got started doing all the YouTube stuff, because definitely it has helped, propel your career into an amazing place.
Yeah, absolutely. So I started on YouTube, I guess, almost 5 years ago now. And, I really just started by doing a cover of Where the Streets Have No Name by U2. They're my favorite band, and I just, wanted to do something that I hadn't done before, so I decided to make my own little arrangement of it and put it on YouTube, and really that was it. I didn't think anything of it. But then, some crazy stuff happened. The Ellen DeGeneres show ended up, liking the video and putting it on their website for a while. And so the video lived on their website for a while, and it was, in this competition thing, and it ended up coming in first for that, and just got me tons of exposure that I didn't expect, and didn't know was out there. And yeah, after that, I ended up getting, management through that. And we just kind of decided that, YouTube was a new platform for musicians and that we should probably explore that. And, so I started, putting covers up as quick as I could. I tried for once every week.
You do weekly? Yeah, because it seems like you do like one almost every week, or you were doing one almost every week.
I'm still, as far as right now, I haven't put one up in a while, just since Glee has ended. It's been so busy, but I'm actually working on a new one tonight. So, but
can you tell us what song you're going to cover? Or it has to be a surprise.
It's not as much about the surprise. It's more about being certain of which one, because I'm working on like a couple different ones.
Okay.
Whichever one vibes best is what I'll pick. But no, I decided to just keep doing those. And then finally, after weeks and weeks and months and, I guess really a couple years, doing YouTube videos, I had one that really had great success, and that was Sexy I Know It.
Yeah, that's LMFAO.
Yeah, that one just took on a life of its own, and that was another like lightning in a bottle thing. Like it wasn't. I didn't sit down and say, I'm gonna try to make this go viral. Like I just kind of did it.
Actually, too, though, for people who don't know who you are, because you don't sing anything like any of these people that you do covers of, hardly. And you've got a very like bluesy rock, kind of like bluesy pop rock voice, and so Sexy and I Know It, was like a crazy wild like song. So the fact that you like did your own bluesy version of it and got 8 million views like right off the bat is sick, dude. That's like amazing.
It was very unexpected, but it was I don't know. It was great. It really put me in a good place, and I don't know. When I covered it, I did it really, more as a joke to myself, and just kind of have fun with it. And I hadn't put a cover up in a couple weeks, so I was just wanting to fill some space, and I did it, and then I woke up the next morning and it was blowing up, and it just kind of spiraled up from there, and ended up on the Today Show for it, ended up on Dancing with the Stars a couple times for it, and I'm pretty sure it helped me get Glee. But it just that one really silly song really propelled everything forward for me. So
let me tell everybody too. So first of all, guys, if you go on YouTube, you guys, and just plug in Noah Guthrie, like all his stuff comes up, like all kinds of stuff. So his channel will come up. And if you go to iTunes, which we'll talk about because he's got a new album, Among the Wildest Things. But if you go on iTunes, you're the only person I've ever seen who has, I think, 5 volumes of covers on iTunes. Right? You have 5 volumes. Like, I see a lot of people, they have 1 maybe, or a few songs, but not like 5 full album volumes of covers, which, by the way, so I listened to all of them, and I even downloaded a couple of them, but I love your version of Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran and Mean by Taylor Swift. Like, they were like awesome. I loved them. But, and I went to YouTube and watched all the videos just for the fact that I haven't had like a YouTube sensation come on. But so you do the video, it becomes popular. Like does Jay Leno just call you, or like how does that work out?
No, actually, no. Jay Leno pretty much used it. What he did. He matched up my voice with Mitt Romney's mouth on it was a very strange segment. So it was back in the election season, and that's what he did with that. And I don't know. It was just a very random thing. We never got any phone calls about it or anything like that. They just did it. And
do you think they'll do it with Hillary Clinton?
But no, I don't. It was everything that's happened to me has been very, very random and out of the blue, and I just kind of have to run with it. So.
Oh, absolutely. First of all, like I'm excited about the whole thing because Glee's one of my favorite shows. And
it's off.
Okay, it's off. It doesn't matter because I've been watching it in reruns, so like it doesn't matter because like I have certain episodes that I love a lot.
Everybody should protest and write the studio and the producers and say we want it.
Kind of like they all kind of like grew up though, except for like the new cast, and they all kind of grew up and there's like running out of places to go. But
a good look at the Golden Girls. It's still rerunning 35, 40 years.
I'll always be watching Glee. So hold on, let's go back to this. So because one thing else I found really neat is like, on Glee a lot of times they don't show you guys getting to play instruments all that much, but you're actually a real musician. You like write your own music, you play guitar. I don't know how many instruments you play, but you play guitar, you sing. Yeah. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna during the time we have you on, we're gonna play your 2-minute Take Me to Church Hosier clip because like that's what made me think, oh my God, this guy, I like love this guy. I gotta find this guy on Twitter, and then we're gonna come back and play your new single or your new video, which I forgot. I have it written down here someplace. Let's see. What's the name of the song? Oh, here we go. It's Death of Me, which is off your new album, Among the Wildest Things. And the new album is awesome. I downloaded it on iTunes. It's really, really good.
Well, thank you.
You had another single that you played. I think it was Call Home or something like that.
Call Home.
But everything on the album is really, really good. But let's talk about so how did you have to audition for Glee? Because it's your only IMDb credit, so it's not like you don't have other acting credits. And the first time we see you on the show, you're amazingly good, and I was like, holy shit, I've been in 20 movies and I suck.
No, he really does. He really does. I had fun lines with him one night, and I was going to kill myself. Because I said, Jim, you're supposed to act the lines, not read them. And he kept reading. Yeah,
I'm terrible. He's a really good actor, and he's been in a ton of things, and he had a big popular TV show. I can't do the acting thing at all. I only get cast because our show is popular, and they want me to promote the show, so they'll give me a line here or there, but I really suck. And you were really good, so talk a little bit of how that all came about.
Well, honestly, yeah, it was, I had to audition, but it was my first audition for anything like that. I've never acted or anything like that, and it wasn't on my radar. And, I'm a musician first, and I don't know, it came about because I played a house show, a small little house show in San Francisco, and one of the people there was also judging a talent competition the next day in Los Angeles, and he happened to be judging on a panel with one of the casting directors at Glee, and they were friends, and she was just telling him, hey, we're having trouble finding a person for this role of Roderick for the last season of Glee, and she said, we need someone shy, chubby, and has the voice of Otis Redding. And and the guy was just like, I just saw that guy like last night. So no, they just passed my info on, and then I ended up sending in a self-tape. Waited a couple weeks, and then finally heard back, and they wanted me to come out to Los Angeles and do a live audition for Ryan Murphy, and got the job the next day, and then went home to South Carolina and packed up all my stuff and moved to Los Angeles for about 6 months, and now I'm back on the East Coast. So yeah, it was a whirlwind for sure.
And it was fun, right? Go ahead.
What'd you think of L.A.?
No, I loved it. Yeah, and
Really?
Well, I loved it for the time that I was there.
Right, but you wouldn't live there always.
Yeah, I'm not at that point. I'm not at that point right now. I definitely could work there, and obviously, if I ever did any other kind of show or anything, I would absolutely live there. But yeah,
but
I don't know.
But you wouldn't if you had to sell hamburgers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Neither would I. We'd like to work. I like to work in L.A., but I like the East Coast better.
We live in Pennsylvania, and I'm from Florida, and he's from New York, but he's lived in L.A. a whole bunch of different times. And he had a popular television show in L.A. called Set the Record Straight, where he interviewed all the legends of Hollywood on Time Warner Cable. And now he's doing the Jimmy Star Show, and we're actually married. We're like the only syndicated gay host married couple. And my stepdaughter, who is his daughter, is a co-host. She comes on the second hour. She's in Sweden right now, and she's going to be interviewing Greg Poehler, who's Amy Poehler's brother, who stars in Welcome to Sweden, which is a show on NBC.
And the only reason,
and he happens to be in Sweden.
And the only reason why I'm here is because I sleep with him.
No, he's great talent.
I had to couch him to get the job.
So here's what I want to do.
But by the way, I'm not the first. There's a lot of guys out there. Tab Hunter, who was a great actor, he had to couch a lot of people. So did Rock Hudson. So it's not a terrible thing.
There you go. It's not a terrible thing.
A lot of actors out there now who are big stars, but I won't give their name, who have been couched by gay guys to get a part.
There you go.
I won't tell who they are.
So it worked. So you're like from South Carolina or someplace, right?
I am, yeah.
Love South Carolina, Hilton Head.
Yeah, we were in Hilton Head.
Hilton
I was playing tennis in Hilton Head a couple months ago.
We go to Hilton Head a lot. We have friends there.
That's awesome. So hold on. Let's go back, though, then. All right, so first, Chad.
Hi, Captain.
All right, so Chad, what I want to do first for everybody so they can hear his for anybody who doesn't watch Glee, first of all, you need to watch Glee. You can't see the final season. It's not out yet. You might be able to see it on Hulu. Yeah, you can probably see it on Hulu and things like that, but you can't actually see it on Netflix or anybody yet. But he plays Roderick Meeks. He's really, really amazing, and when he sings "Take Me to Church," because I happen to love that song, it really blew me away.
Take me to the church on time?
No.
It's Frank Sinatra song.
No, not the Frank
Take me
Sinatra
to the
one.
church on time.
No, not that one. So we're gonna play it. So Chad, do you have that one ready?
Absolutely.
Hang on. I'm gonna let not Roderick. Oh yeah, I'm gonna let Roderick introduce it. So you introduce it. We're gonna play it real quick. Hang on. It's only 2 minutes long, everybody, and then we'll be back.
All right, yeah, so this is Take Me to Church by Hosier, and it is the Glee cover of it. So, yeah, enjoy.
My lover's got humor. She's the giggle at a funeral. Knows everybody's disapproval. I should have worshipped her sooner. My church offers no absolute. She tells me worship in the bedroom. The only heaven I'll be sent to is when I'm alone with you. I was born sick, but I love it. Command me to be well. Take me to church. I'll worship like the dawn at the sign of your light. I'll carry my sins so you can sharpen your knife. Offer me my deathless death. Oh, good God, let me give you my life. In the madness and soil of their savagely seen, only then I am human. Only then I am clean. church. I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your life. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death, oh good God, let me give you my life. Take me to church. I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your life. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death, oh good God, let me give you my life.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dude, like that is so awesome. It's not even like that's really what like made me be like, oh my God, like he can so sing, and for a new character cast member to come on Glee and have so many solos like you had, you know, really shows as a real testament to your true talent at a very young age, and you have such a mature voice, and I don't know, I just like totally dig it, dude. So congratulations. I think it's really really impressive.
Yeah, thank you so much. I was I was very happy to be a part of it. Everybody was great, and you know, like you said, they gave me lots of parts to sing, and I was, you know, just very fortunate. And yeah, you know, I had the time of my life. Learned it was acting school for me, and you know, got to sing some really cool songs.
It's a springboard for you. I mean, you know, to get as far as you are now without that show, it's a long, long crawl. And that was a springboard, baby. That shot you right up.
Between that and your YouTubes, and I guess it's the fact that they let you sing Hosier, because let's face it, like that was probably like the most iconic song of all last year, just about.
Yeah.
And the most iconic song that came out in the whole world, you know, and like there it is, you singing it on like one of the most popular shows on television, dude. Like that was just like awesome. So I like totally dug it. So you've been playing and performing and stuff a long time though, because like you said, you met them playing a show someplace out in California. You don't live in California, so that was kind of like you were in the right place at the right time for someone to see you.
Yeah. No, you know, I play all over. Actually, I think I go to Kansas City in a couple days. But yeah, you know, been touring and just writing music and playing music and, you know, playing.
But you were doing that all before Glee too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which is real. So this isn't like you woke up one day, you know, and decided, hey, you're going to be like a singer. This is something even though you're young, you've been working at this a very long time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, definitely at least 5 years. You know, this is what I do. I'm a singer-songwriter at heart, and, you know, singing and playing music is what I'll always do. So yeah, I was doing it before I got Glee, and it was cool though, I guess, it was cool to take a little bit of a break from it and just completely switch gears to acting and stuff, just because I feel like it gave me a little bit of a mental break from music. But no, I don't know, I really got very lucky, and I don't know, it was really good.
And you totally like filled the shoes perfectly. So also, you guys, if you want to know what's going on with Noah, you can go to noahguthrie.com. It's NOAHGUTHRIE.com. He has a little button on there that says tour. It shows he's got all kinds of tour shows set up in May, going all over the place. And he's also got a great website. He's got like a tab for Glee, for pictures from Glee and all the videos he was in, singing. I mean, it's actually your website's done really well. It's very user friendly.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the people that we worked with to make the website. I think it looks pretty good.
Oh, it looks stellar. So then you've got a new album out, and it's called Among the Wildest Things. Tell us a little bit about the album. I read someplace, I think, you know, some of the songs you wrote when you were younger that made it on the album, and then we're gonna play the next song.
Yeah. So the album, I guess, really, I put the album out probably a year ago now. But yeah, you know, it was right after the Sexy I Know It thing. I got a really big influx of fans, and just I had already been writing tons of songs and co-writing and stuff, and I just had a bunch of material that I was sitting on, and really needed to put something that represented me out. So yeah, I just had probably 40 or 50 songs that I had written in over a long period of time, and decided to pick 13 of them and make an album. And, you know, I think as far as just like representing who I was when I did this album, I think we got pretty close. You know, so it's 13 songs, a lot of them co-written, a lot of them written by me. But yeah, it's I'm pretty happy with it.
So let's talk about Death of Me, because that's the one you shot the video for. So obviously it was a song you have a big faith and belief in. Tell us a little bit about the song, and then Chad, you can get it ready in a second. We'll play it.
Well, The Death of Me is pretty much, you know, it's kind of your classic, like, bittersweet love song, you know, talking about a woman being a woman. And, I think really when it came to life was when we went to Nashville and shot a live in the studio video for it. Yeah, it's just a fun song. It's a little rockin'. It's got a cool little vocal break in it. But yeah, I really enjoy playing it.
All right, so you introduced it, Chad. Are you ready?
You betcha.
All right, you introduced it for us, Noah. Now as Noah as opposed to Roderick.
All right, well, this is Noah Guthrie, and you're listening to my song, The Death of Me.
With a crack of her whip, she had me fall in line. And then she whispered in my ear and told me, you will be mine. Never hit so hard by speeding train, black and blue, but I take the pain. Oh, yeah. 'Cause she'll be the death of me and pull me into the street. Leave me to waste away and find a new boy to play. 'Cause I fell for the swing of her hips and a lovely chord to be away. She'll be the death of me. I'm thrown out by the queen. Hey, yeah, hey. Boy, you better choose your poison carefully. She's a bombshell loaded up with artillery. When you're locked in a size, there's no escape. Lay your heart on the line and just let it break. Whoa, whoa. 'Cause she'll be the death of me and pull me into the street. Leave me to waste away and find a new boy to play. Whoa, 'cause I fell for the swing of her hips and a lovely chord to be away. She'll be the death of me. I'm grown up by the queen. Hey, hey. I tried to pick out the pieces, but nothing remains. And all the dreams that I had, they just went up in flames. You left my love on the floor, but my heart you will take. 'Cause she'll be the death of me and pull me into the street. Leave me to waste away and find a new boy to play. 'Cause I fell for the swing of her hips and a lovely chord. Oh, I fell for the swing of her hips and a lovely chord. Ooh, ooh, oh, oh, I fell for the swing of her hips and a lovely chord.
Yeah.
There we go, everybody. That was
Very
Death
good.
of Me by Noah Guthrie. And everybody in the chat room freaking loves it, Noah. Congratulations. And actually, a lot of the people who follow our show are people either in entertainment or who want to be in entertainment. And we have all kinds of indie music blogs and other radio shows and stuff who all turned in to see what we're doing. And all of them are very, very loving it. Somebody just wrote, digging the chord progression. The chorus is really nice. The bridge is phenomenal. Tons of atmosphere.
Awesome.
You got a lot of new fans that might not have known about you, plus all your regular fans that are tuning in that'll listen to this over the syndication over the next couple of days. Congratulations, it's really awesome.
I like
Well,
it.
thank
I
you
thought
so
it was
much.
really good.
So let's ask you some personal questions because Ron really doesn't like all the interview questions. He likes personal questions. You going to ask him any or no? You going to embarrass him or no?
Why would I want to embarrass him?
Because you embarrass everybody.
You know,
It's all in due fun.
Okay, so did you get laid last night?
Oh,
No, but seriously, now that you're this really hip cat, are the chicks coming after you more now?
No, well, I mean, kinda, but
No, well, kind of.
I've I've been taken for a while. No, I've had a girlfriend for the past 5 years now.
Oh, good for
so
you.
yeah.
So somebody saw the talent way ahead of time and got
Right.
you first.
So are you saving up for an engagement ring?
No, we're not. I don't know. We're not quite there yet.
Not 5 years,
but
and
no,
you're not
you know,
quite there yet?
You got to remember, he's like young. When I say young, he's like really probably the second youngest person we've ever had on the show.
What is he, 12?
No, he's like 20, I think, though, aren't you?
How old?
21, yeah.
21.
So at 21, I was already engaged.
I know, but you were like, I know, but that was like in the that was an older time.
Let me tell you, I was engaged to a girl and I was dating a guy at the same time. You know, I wasn't wasting any time at 21. You know, yes.
I think that's cool. So you've had a girlfriend and the Hollywood didn't go to your head and you came back to your roots and stuff. I think that's all like really cool.
Yeah,
Sounds like you're going to be grounded and around for a long time, and I like to hear that because
You're a sensible guy.
Yeah, I love that. So do you have a Hollywood crush? So you were in L.A. I'm sure you got to meet a zillion famous people. Did you get, like, who was the coolest famous person that you got to meet?
Man, that I got to meet. I mean, honestly, I got to meet everyone from the Glee cast multiple times. So it was, hanging out with those guys and like going to lunch with those people. It was just, it was great.
What studio did you shoot in?
Paramount.
Oh, Paramount. Everybody's in Paramount. You should have gone to the commissary.
Oh, I did.
The commissary should have been full of nowadays stars. I mean, I haven't been in the commissary in years. It might have changed. I think a lot of stars now eat in their trailers. They don't bother going in the commissary.
I liked it, though, because you even had your own chair. I saw your chair in the pictures of your Glee.
So I had my own
chair.
Yeah, it felt official. I had my own chair once.
I believe you.
I really did.
Actually, though, they're saying that when you got engaged, that was the prehistoric era. Say hi to Dave.
Oh, it's Dave. Let me tell you something about the prehistoric era. Marriages then still are today. Marriages of 20 years ago and 10 years ago are 60% divorced. So possibly the prehistoric days we did something right. We all had children. We raised our children, put them through college, and they are on their own. Today, I don't think the young people can put themselves through college. I don't think they can go on their own. I think they're frightened, and I think the men are frightened of marrying women because they have to support them. And if a baby comes along, oh my God, how do you support a baby and a wife? Today, marriage is the woman works as hard as the man, cleans, cooks also. So to me, the prehistoric days were better.
There you go, Dave. He's answering you back.
Wait, listen to me. Listen up. This is a provocative question that he made. Years ago, a woman stayed home and raised her children. And we played in the street. We weren't worried about being kidnapped. Husband went to work. It was the way to do it for you heteros, you breeders. Gay people was on the trip. Gay people were then the same way they are now. Flighty, faggy, and flippant.
Actually, they said better days. Back then it was better days.
It was much nicer back then because I see so many young people today in their 30s and 40s who are not married. And they don't want to get married because they think marriage is commitment and it's too much money or too much stress. Well, you know what? One day you will be my age if you're lucky. And if you don't have children, you're not so lucky. Because I have Deirdre and Leslie who will care for
me. And you
me.
have me.
Well, no, Jimmy. You could be gone tomorrow. You could find somebody else to take a powder. But my daughters would never. So I've got an insurance policy.
All right, lighten it up.
I can't lighten it up because, it was a very, very below the belt statement. Prehistoric. I'm not prehistoric.
It was a joke.
I'm 75 years old and I look fabulous and I'm as young as anybody else.
There you go.
And fuck all of you. Plain fucking English.
So let's go. So Noah, so eventually you'll get married anyway, so we're not going to worry about that one. So let's go to who are some of your older musical influences since you are only 21? Like who are some of the older generations of musicians that you think are like fabulous? I mean, U2, that would be an older generation if that's your favorite band.
Absolutely. U2, absolutely. A lot of the old soul cats, Sam Cooke and Otis Redding. And honestly, just kind of everything. I grew up listening to everything. My, my dad, my mom, and my stepdad, my stepmom always, put me around lots of great music my entire life. And
Johnny Mathis,
Steely Dan. I love Steely Dan.
Do you know who Johnny Mathis is?
Did they ever play Johnny Mathis for you?
I mean, the name is very familiar. I wouldn't.
Okay, so how
I mean,
old are your parents? They have to be very young.
my dad is
Oh,
54,
he knows,
and
and he should know Johnny Mathis. I mean, he should have been.
yeah, he probably does.
He should have been getting laid in the back seat of a '53 Plymouth, because that's what everybody did that listened to Johnny Mathis. There were more children born when Johnny Mathis records came out than ever in the history of births.
Oh,
It's true, Johnny. I know Johnny pretty well, and Johnny makes a joke about it. And he said, people blame me for the population explosion. And I said, absolutely. When I was a young guy, if you went to the park, Astoria Park, to make out on the river, we park our cars, all you would hear is Johnny Mathis singing those lovely love tunes and all the girls moaning.
What about current people who are out now? Like, do you have any like people that you think? I mean, I noticed. I think I read on your website that you opened up maybe for like Ed Sheeran and Neon Trees, and then I saw Selena Gomez, which I wasn't sure exactly how that fit. Although, I mean, just the musical styles are very different. Matt Nathanson, he's fabulous.
Yeah, I mean, I have tons of influences now. Yes, I did open for Ed Sheeran. That was a fantastic show. He's an unbelievable musician. And the Selena Gomez thing actually came around because my previous managers were actually also her managers and her parents.
Okay.
So I know her pretty well, and she's fantastic. And but yeah, I don't know my.
Oh no, I do think so. I think Selena Gomez is fantastic. It's just that I didn't think the musical styles went together. But I also was reading.
It's strange.
I was reading a thing in the Hollywood Reporter, and it had the highest, the most powerful and influential like people under 21, and this was like last year. And like I think she was number 1 on the list, ahead of Demi Lovato and ahead of Miley Cyrus. She's ahead of everybody as like the most powerful.
Is Lady Gaga like old and out?
Well, Lady Gaga's not under 21.
No, but she's an old bag. She's finished.
Well, she didn't. No, she's not finished. She just did that album. It went platinum with Tony Bennett.
Meanwhile, I think she's
really
got a wonderful voice. I never thought she did before. But hearing her do the Julie Andrews tribute at the Academy Awards, I was astounded. She's got a fantastic voice, Lady Gaga. What's her real name anyway?
I don't know her real name.
Does she have a real name, this chick? What's a Gaga? I mean, what the hell are they going nuts today?
She's smart, though, to like have a name. That way she can use her other name and get around.
I like when she wore meat. That was phenomenal. She wore meat. My dog Shazam should have been around. Should have been naked in 2 minutes.
I love it. So everybody, listen, if you guys want to follow Noah on Twitter, he's at only the number 1 and then Noah on Twitter and Instagram. He's on both of them. His website is noahguthrie.com. His album is called Among the Wildest Things. It's on iTunes now, along with 5 other versions, 5 like cover version albums of songs. You can go on iTunes and get it. I'm sure they're in all the iTunes, whatever country you're listening to. Make sure if you want to see him on tour, go to the tour schedule on his website and go out and support indie music. He's fantastic. Please download his album, and anytime you got anything you want to promote, we'd love to have you back. I really am a big fan, and I don't usually get fanned out and geeked out very often, but there's just something. I think you're a real super talent, and I look forward to seeing what happens with you in the future.
When will you be in New York City area?
He's going to be in New York soon.
When?
I am, yeah.
Tell everybody to go. When?
May 17th, I'll be in New York City.
What month?
May.
Oh, May 17th.
Yeah, May 17th.
Well, if you comp us, maybe we'll be there.
Yeah, I want to come see it.
Yeah.
So we'll let you know, because we're cheap. I mean, and Jimmy had to pay for all those albums. I'm furious. It's about about $100 worth of albums.
I support everybody. I bought his album too.
Well,
why
didn't you send us an album free?
I could have gotten the free one. It's not the point is to promote, is to support the albums of the artists, people that come on the show.
Everybody I know that ever had an album,
I get them all for free too. But I like to support
their
also.
PR people sent them out to anybody important. Maybe that's why you didn't get any freebies, because you're not important enough. But I bet if you were like NBC, if you were iHeartRadio, they would have sent.
I have a clothing company that just took my address to send stuff. We have a case of beer coming from somebody. Voli Vodka sent us free vodka.
Wait a minute. If iHeartRadio was promoting him, he would have sent that album to iHeart free. But since it's only you, he said let you pay.
Listen to him.
What did he say?
He said this is very unfair or something.
No.
We argue all the time. Everybody knows it. We're like the argue married couple, so don't even sweat it.
No, you know what it is? I get like thousands of fan mails, which is fun. Thank everybody for doing that. And they all said, we love it when you and Jimmy argue. They enjoy it because they know we don't mean anything by it. We just do it to bust each other's chops. So I'm sort of like the grouchy old guy, and he's like the up young guy. Meanwhile, I look younger than him, and I'm never grouchy, so I don't know how that got screwed around. But that's how the producers see it, so I have to play their game.
So everybody, please support Noah Guthrie. He's a super big talent, and anytime you have anything to promote, we're definitely going to get in touch with you before your May show so we can we're in Pennsylvania. It's not a very long drive to go to New York, and we'd love to come out and see you and meet you. And, again, anytime you have anything to promote, let us know, and we'll be in touch. And thank you so much for coming on the Jimmy Star Show.
And think well of marriage. Marriage is nice.
And say goodbye to everybody in the chat room.
Take care,
Bye,
Noah.
Thank you for listening.
All right,
Nice,
bye-bye,
nice to
Noah.
have
Thanks
met
so
you,
much.
Noah.
Bye-bye.
Now, he's a nice boy,
He's
21 years
awesome.
old.